funk. Thoughts deep, boys steeped in the depths that he sunk. Big stress, depressed in the middle of fall. Sky gray, I late in the thick of it all. I wonder, how long can a human survive just staying alive or carrying the rest of the tribe? Waiting for the day to arrive or struggling dies, and I be doing way, way more than getting by. So why? Cop myself a cup of coffee, sipping water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Hey, cop myself a cup of coffee, sipping water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Realize life is so much more than just living a day. Every day I can sit and reflect and breathe and connect to myself and know that I've been given. See, giving up is not an option. So when I'm looking at gray skies, I'll be adopting a new way to deal with a test. Lord, relieve me of stress and bring me looking like we're blessings dropping. And so I got myself a cup of coffee, sipping water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Coffee, sipping water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Hey, here we go. Yeah. Let's do this. Y'all ready? 1, 2, 3. In times of test, let no harm beset me, oh my Lord, oh my Lord. Test. Let no harm beset me, oh my Lord, oh my Lord. Woo.
Warning, the following image and/or content may be disturbing, offensive to some viewers. Viewer discretion is strongly advised.
Salute everybody. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. So with it, y'all. Jeez, my mic. Happy Monday, y'all. What's up with it? So with it. Salute. Welcome to the lounge, y'all. Welcome to the lounge. I'm Urban. Appreciate y'all want to tune in to the stream. And yes, I'm not wearing my glasses today. I am not wearing my glasses today. I'm not wearing my glasses, at least not right now, because I feel like I don't have a need for them at the one current moment. All right, so I'm not wearing my glasses. Don't freak out. It ain't that serious, okay? All right, but salute to everyone in the building right now. Happy Monday to you, man. Constance, I see you. What's up with it? You got SBK in the building as well too. What's up with it, bro? We got Get It Together Wellness. What's up with it, sis? Haven't seen you in the lounge in a minute. What's up with it? Salute to each and every last one of y'all. Salute. Salute. Welcome. And welcome everyone else who are catching either the replay of this or you're watching in the bushes, or as SBK call it, ghost watching. Salute and welcome as well to the lounge. Welcome. But before we get to the main content of the hour, y'all, man, there been a lot going on in the world, man. Been a lot going on, man, in the world. Y'all been keeping up with the current events of the world, or y'all just been keeping up with the current events on social media and stuff? Because I will recommend that y'all been keeping up with the current events that have been going on in the world. You know what I'm saying? One thing that I do is that I do keep up with the current events in the world. You know what I'm saying? Things that's going on. I may not talk about it over here as often, but I do keep up with it. You know what I'm saying? So one of the main things that has happened, right, is that one of the main things that happened is that Iran had attacked Israel, that Israel had attacked Iran, and now the United States had attacked Iran too. So it's a whole lot of bullshit going on right now.
That's bullshit.
A whole lot of bullshit that's going on right now. And I don't know if y'all are aware of that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all should be aware of that. Y'all absolutely, positively should be aware of what's going on right now. I've been keeping up with the situation. I've been keeping up with the situation with the U.S., Israel, and Iran. Come to find out that it looked like that they reached some type of peace agreement that's supposed to be happening within the next six hours or so. That's according to what I've seen in the reports. Now I know a lot of people been saying this. I know a lot of people been saying, "Oh my God, we are in World War III" and different things like that. You know what I'm saying? But to be honest with y'all, to be really, really honest with y'all, I wouldn't be focusing in on that at all, period. Once again, I wouldn't be focusing in on that, nor I wouldn't be focusing in on it where, you become afraid. But what I will recommend to y'all is this. I recommend that, first of all, don't be ignorant about it, right? Pay attention to what's going on, but also make sure that you have things taken care of in your household as well, too. Make sure you have certain type of provisions just in case, you know what I'm saying? Things were to happen, you have certain provisions taking place, know what I mean? Different rations of, food or, resources, and also just take care of your household, you know what I'm saying? It's better for you to be prepared than for you to want to live in fear, okay? Y'all remember what happened when we went through the whole COVID situation, right? When the whole world shut down, right? And people started doing fearful things. They started fearing buying and doing all this weird stuff. But it's better for you to be prepared than for you to be caught in that crowd of becoming, fearful of things. You know what I'm saying? So always be ready. Just like what SBK says, stay ready as well too, all right? Like I say, I don't know. I don't know how this thing is going to shape out. I have no idea. You know what I'm saying? I'm not super deep into the politics. You know what I'm saying? I'm not super deep in it like that. But however, just don't be ignorant about it as well too, all right? So make sure y'all pay attention to that, okay? There been a lot of other things that been happening, around the world as well too. Things been going on, man. And I've been just kind of observing it and watching out for it. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it is what it is. Vance and Scorpio, salute. Welcome to the lounge. Welcome. Once again, salute to everyone who are catching the replay and is catching the live right now in the bushes. Salute to y'all. Salute to you as well, too. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the main content of the hour, all right? So y'all know that I've been covering about men's mental health because this month is dealing with men's mental health, all right? So I've been sharing with y'all different content dealing with men's mental health to let y'all be aware of it, to let y'all be aware of different things that men go through dealing with their mental health. Today's show is no different at all, period. Today's show is no different, all right? And so we're still going to be talking about this, all right? We're still going to be talking about men's mental health. I'm going to share with you another thing that I have noticed, right, that gets overlooked, that men deal with, all right? You know what I'm saying? So we're going to want to talk about that. We're going to talk about that. I have noticed this also too. Ever since I've been talking about men's mental health, ever since I've been talking about it here on the lounge, ever since I been promoting it as well too, going on other content creators channels and talking about it as well too, I had noticed that it been a surge of other content creators talking about this very issue. And I'm actually happy for that, for real. I am. I'm happy for it. I'm happy for it. Because this particular issue, it's not being talked about at all. Women's mental health be talked about all the time, and other situations as well too be talked about all the time. But you very rare hear other content creators talk about men's mental health. But ever since I've been talking about it here on the lounge, and I've been going on to other content creators' channels as well too, either hitting their panels to talk about it, or I may be in a chat and talking to them about it as well too. I've been noticing a surge of content creators literally talking about it. You know what I'm saying? I've been noticing that a surge of content creators been talking about it. Give me 1 second. My own co-producer tell me to raise my volume. How's that sounding now, Lana? I'm good? I'm good now, bro? All right, so once again, I'm happy that a lot of content creators are now talking about it, okay? I'm happy for that, all right? But however, what I do notice is this, and I'm not trying to critique them or anything like this, but I'm just going to bring this to their awareness, okay? I noticed that when they do talk about it, right, they only talk about the cognitive part of mental health. What I mean by that, they talk about the cognitive part was dealing with, people dealing with bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, sociopath, psychopath, or even narcissistic disorders. And they tend to just stay more in that area. Now, I get it and I understand it. I understand that when they be in this certain area, right, they could relate it to both men and women. Now, once again, I understand the intentions behind it. I do. I get it. But however, this month is not for the women. It is strictly for the men. It is strictly for the men. Because I believe with everything in me that men have literally lost their voice to speak about things that are bothering them. I believe that with everything in me. Once again, I believe that men have lost their voice to literally speak what's bothering them. We have been taught as men to take it all in, to carry the load, to not say nothing. Then if we do say something about it, right, then there's something wrong with us. There's something dysfunctional going on with us. We're either narcissistic, we're either controlling, or the worst case scenario, they're literally gay us down. Say you're gay, or you're being a beta, or you're being soft, or these different things like that. And I have heard this. I have heard this from different other content creators. I have heard this from different people, even in the chats as well too. When you mention about men's mental health, they normally gay it down. Say, it's something wrong with you talking about their young school. These old soft young school men are talking about their mental health and stuff. What's wrong with them? Bro, it's an issue that needs to be talked about. Why is it easy for everyone to talk about women's mental health, right? And when they do it, They don't separate the two. They don't say, well, both men and women have mental health issues. They don't do that. When they talk about women's mental health and the things that women go through, they make it be about women, period. They don't generalize it or anything like that. They don't generalize it. They don't compartmentalize it or anything like that. But when it's dealing with our mental health, right? Oh, no, we got to generalize this thing because not only men deal with this, but women deal with this as well, too. You know what I'm saying? It's all of us. It's all of us. No, bullshit.
That's bullshit.
Nope, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. That's why over here at the lounge, I make it my mission to be the voice of the voiceless for the men out there. I make it be my mission to be the voice for the voiceless for the men out there. The things that I talk about over here, guaranteed men are thinking about it. Guaranteed men have said something about it, right? But it been shunned down. Guarantee that. It been shunned down. And been gayified and everything, where men can't even express themselves. But over here on the lounge, we talk about it. That's why we would just talk about the things that we talk about. It may be taboo to some people, but to be honest with you, this is reality. Let's get into the main content of the hour, right? I had made the title of this. I made the title, Men's Mental Health. It is never okay to be abused by women. Once again, it is never okay to be abused by women. Men, I want to let y'all know right now that it is not okay. It is never okay to be abused by women. Period. It's never okay. Never okay, period. Never. Now, when I talk about this, right, I'm not sitting up here advocating for you as a man to physically do something to their woman about it. That is not what I'm talking about at all. Nope. That's what I'm talking about. What I'm saying is this. Just the same as women have rights, you have a right as a man too. You have a right as a man to simply say no. You have the right to simply exit out if you need to. If you're in a situation where a woman is being abusive to you physically, mentally, and spiritually, you have every right to say no and exit out of it. Facts. It is nothing wrong with you by saying no. It is nothing wrong with you or anything like that. Don't let people gaslight you, whether it's men or women, because I have seen it. Don't let them gaslight you and tell you that if you walk away or if you say no, that you're a little punk. You're a little sissy. You're not a man. You're lower than a man. Hell no. Don't let people do that to you, because you have every right to have a perfectly good, healthy life, period. Whether it's physically, mentally, and or spiritually. That's what too. You do. You have every right to say no. I want to open up the conversation of this topic that I'm talking about right now. Is simply talking about women putting their hands on men. Once again, I want to open up this conversation talking about women putting their hands on men. Let me ask y'all this in the chat. Do y'all believe that it's okay for a woman to put her hands on a man in any situation? In any situation, do you believe that it's okay for a woman to put her hands on a man? Do you believe that? I'm talking to y'all, chat, and I'm talking to y'all as well too. Those of y'all who are catching this live right now and catching the replay, I'm talking to y'all as well too. Do y'all believe that it is okay for a woman in any situation to put her hands on a man? Do y'all believe in that? Do y'all believe that that's cool? What say you? What say you? E, what's up with it? I see you in the building. Salute, welcome. Annette, what's up with it? Salute, welcome as well too. Appreciate y'all tuning into the live. Make sure y'all hit the one thumbs up as well too, man. It helps out the channel a whole lot. Slim, what's up with it, bro? Salute, welcome. Liner, what's up, man? But make sure y'all hit the thumbs up. It helps the channel out a whole lot. We figure ready to get deep into this, all right? Because I really want to see where y'all mentality is on this, okay? Y'all remember a week ago, right? I see you. I remember a week ago, I was doing a show, right? I had did a show and I was explaining to y'all about the importance of men not allowing women to throw drinks in their face. Y'all remember when I did that show last week and I was talking about that, right? A lot of people was looking at me crazy when I was doing that show, talking about, man, Urban on some bullshit tonight.
That's bullshit.
But nah, I wasn't on no bullshit. I was dead serious about that because there are women out there right now who believe that it is okay to throw drinks in men's face. They believe that it's literally okay to do that. They believe that it's okay when they're feeling some type of way, right? That it's okay for them to throw their drinks in that man's face. I have proven to y'all on that show, right, that when a woman do that, that is considered as assault. Now those people talk about assault, assault, Urban, you're reaching. That's far-fetched. No, it's not far-fetched because it is legally, it is considered as assault. When a woman throw a drink at a man's face, that is considered as assault. Period. And I was letting the man know that that is not okay. It is not okay for you to sit up there and take that. It's not. It is very rare. It is your legal right to literally press charges on that woman. Oh man, that's weak, Urban. That's weak. No. The only way these type of women is going to learn that that type of behavior is wrong is for them to be held accountable for it, period. Accountability comes with law because accountability and law goes hand in hand. So if you're not putting the law on them and letting them know that this is not okay at all, then guess what? 9 times out of 10, that behavior is going to stop. It's going to stop. They're no longer going to do that. In that same law, right, I was giving y'all an example. And this is the reason why I was asking y'all this question earlier, all right? I was in that same law last week. I was giving y'all an example of how women were literally joking around with their men. They were joking around their men, sitting up pouring drinks on them and stuff, right? Y'all remember that? If y'all don't remember, that's okay. I'll show it to y'all. I'll show it to y'all to give y'all context about this, all right? So I had shared this to y'all, okay? Remember when I shared this to y'all? Where women were sitting here joking around with their men and just pouring drinks on them and laughing about it. Let me share this with y'all so y'all can remember this.
I ain't got time for it. You what the rest
Are you stupid? What is that? What is that? Chilla! I didn't know about the brain. What is this?
They didn't put the top on right.
Get down to dance! Get down to dance! Look at my body! Look at my body! How will I clean this? How will I clean this? How will I clean this? Why are you looking at me? Speak up! Speak up! How will I clean this? How will I clean this? Will you clean this for me? Look at my body! The way $20 white t-shirts. My $20 white t-shirts. Jilla, can you do this video? Jilla, can you do this video?
See, she was looking the whole entire time, right? And she wanted this certain type of reaction from her. And when she got there, right, she don't know what to say about it. She didn't even apologize. She didn't do nothing. Let me give y'all Exhibit B. Here's Exhibit B. Y'all remember this video?
So hard. Oh, I was trying to open up the scroll. It's because this paper scroll, the paper's so hard. I didn't even try to do that. Oh my goodness. Let me just open up another one. I done waste that whole one. They didn't give us no napkins. Let me look for the napkins. They didn't give no napkins, babe? But you got the order. They didn't give you no napkins?
You just really thought this
Oh my goodness. Let me try to find something.
And so on this video, not only she poured this milkshake drink on him once, but she did it a second time around. She did it a second time around because she's trying to get a reaction. She's simply trying to get a reaction from a TikTok video. Not understanding that even by her doing this, this is considered as assault. But once again, a lot of people, when they look at this, preferably women and some of these weak dudes, right, they'll look at this, right, and they'll say, Urban, there ain't nothing wrong with that. She was just joking. She just joking, Urban. She's joking. Let me present to you Exhibit C. Same concept. This wife decided to pour ice cold water on her husband while he's sleeping in a car. And look, she's laughing about it, right? But to be kind of honest with y'all, I don't see nothing funny about this at all.
That's bullshit.
I see absolutely nothing funny about this at all, period. She literally, this dude sleeping, she literally put this dude in shock because she decided to pour ice water on this dude and laughing about it.
What the f you playing for? Stop playing with me, I'm telling you right now. What the oh shit! What the f
Hell no! Hell no!
Come on, ice in my ass.
No!
Oh shit! What the f
You are not getting out.
what the hell? What, stop playing with me all the time. Why you playing with me and shit? What the f oh, it says ice all on my seat.
Oh! Don't stop it!
Oh! Oh shit!
See, there's a reason why there's a reason why I'm talking about this on tonight, y'all. There's a reason why I'm presenting these particular videos to y'all, okay? The reason why I'm presenting these particular videos to y'all is because I want to present this to y'all. I want to present this to y'all that these little jokes, right? These little jokes that women do towards men, these little jokes are considered as gateways, okay? Once again, these little jokes are considered as gateways to something bigger. I want y'all to understand this. The moment when you let a person get away with doing something to you that one time, best believe they're going to do it to you again and again. The reason why is because psychologically speaking, they believe that you have gave them the green light that it's okay. Once again, you have gave them the green light saying that it's okay for them to treat you this way. Fellas, it is not okay for women to treat you this way. It's not. It is not okay for women to treat you this way, period. It's not. It's not. These little jokes and stuff, right? It opened up a gateway to bigger things to happen within that relationship. Y'all think I'm lying about this? Let me share this with y'all so y'all can understand where I'm going with this. Do y'all know that when you allow women to do this to you, right, or your woman to do this to you, right? Do you know that she believed in her mind that she had access to literally punch you? Y'all understand that, right? When you do this little jokey joke thing, right, that allows that woman access to punch you. Let me show y'all this. All right, we're still dealing with men's mental health. Let me show y'all this. All right. See, this punching thing, this assault, It starts off as a joke. It starts off not as serious. It starts off, oh, lighten up. It's okay. I was just playing, right? That's where it starts off at, right? But it grows into something else. Here's another situation where she literally going to pretend that she's going to try to punch her boyfriend.
Babe, come here. Why are you scared?
You do this often.
Babe, quit capping.
I don't know when you're serious or not. Don't act like you innocent, like you'll never do this. What's up?
Ah, you're ugly. Why are you scared?
Cause of that right there. Bro, chill the fuck out. Ow!
Love you.
And then right after when she do this, right, y'all, she called it love. She said that she loved him, and she called it love.
That's bullshit.
Did y'all want to hear what he said though? Right? He said this. He had said, "Man, look, you be doing this often, and I don't know if you playing with me or you being serious with me." That right there is an automatic red flag. I'm telling y'all. That is an automatic red flag. But once again, that's where these situations started. It started off as a playful gesture. Hey, I'm going to punch you. It may start off as a playful gesture where she grab a pillow fight, and try to hit you with a pillow. It may start off as a playful gesture where y'all may be at a swimming pool, right? And she'll splash water in your face on purpose. Water fight! It'll start off as a playful gesture where she'll probably throw dirt on you or something. Dirt fight! And you thinking there's nothing wrong with it. You thinking that there's nothing wrong with it. But when I'm telling y'all that it is an absolutely gateway to enter into physical abuse. Fellas, do not allow women to do this to you. When I say not allow, I'm not telling you to physically put your hands on that woman to prevent it from happening. That is not what I'm saying. What I am saying is for you to be cognitive, right? Cognitive enough to understand that this woman is literally assaulting you, period. That's what I'm telling you to do. To understand that this woman is assaulting you, and to understand that this type of abuse is not welcome, period. And to cut it out right then and there. If she don't respect that, if she don't respect you saying that, then guess what? You don't need to be in a relationship with that woman, period. Your mental health is way more important than getting physically, mentally, and spiritually abused by women. Once again, your mental health is way more important than getting physically, mentally, and spiritually abused by women. So do not allow women to do that to you. I don't care if it's in a playful way. No. Because look, I'm put out this way. In the same scenario, right? What if Buddy were to do that to her? Where he'll start up a TikTok video, right? Start up a TikTok video, y'all. Watch this. He started up a TikTok video and he buck up to this woman and she get afraid. I guarantee that each and every last one of y'all will say, Buddy is toxic. Buddy need to go to jail. Or Buddy assaulted her. I guarantee that each and every last one of y'all will say that. I guarantee that. I guarantee it. At the end of this video, she told me, I love you. And when it punched this dude still, she went over there and punched this dude at the end of the video. Look. I'll show you.
Bro, chill the fuck out. Ow!
Went over there and punched that dude. Let it be a man who did the same exact thing to that woman. Punched her on the arm. Automatically, they become assault. Automatically, each and every last one of y'all who are viewing this on TikTok video, y'all literally would not only report this video, right? Y'all literally would go as far as try to find who this dude is, dox this dude, and try to do your own report on this dude. Y'all literally would call the police and everything on this dude. Facts. So, man, that's why I'm telling y'all that if they're going to do this to you, right, and you say that you're allegedly playing right, then they should not be allowed to do the same thing to you. They should not be allowed to do the same exact thing to you, period. So do not allow a woman to be playful with you like this, to think that it's okay. To think that it's okay for you to accept this type of abuse from this woman. No. Not at all. Shout out to everyone who's in the building. I see everyone in the building. I see Torch in the building. I said, salute, welcome as well too. Selena, I see you in the chat. Margie, I see you in the chat as well too. Salute. Real quick, let me address the super chat. Appreciate E sending out this super chat to me. Appreciate it. She said this. It's actually considered assault and battery, and I agree with you, E, on that because it is considered as both as assault and battery. Appreciate you on that. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Let's dive deeper into this, y'all. Cause like I say, y'all think I'm just tripping on this. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not. I'm being dead serious about this with y'all for real. Being dead serious. Here's another one situation. All right. Once again, this is another TikTok video. We can all agree that this is one of them type of stage type of TikTok videos that clicks and views. We can agree on that. But however, the reality of this is actually true as well too. And I want y'all to review this. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna put this particular video on the one bigger screen so y'all can see this. All right. So I want y'all to look at this video, but understand the reality behind this as well too.
All right, I'm out.
Where you going?
I'm leaving.
Where though? Like, where are you going?
Don't worry about it.
What do you mean, don't worry about it? Like, where are you going?
Don't worry about it. Forgot my phone.
Who the fuck do you think you are? When you're gonna go somewhere, you're gonna tell me. Because I'm your girlfriend. You're supposed to tell me where you're going.
Okay.
Don't ever tell me not to worry about it.
Okay.
Next time you leave, you're gonna tell me where you're going.
Hey.
You're not going nowhere now. You're not going nowhere.
So those of y'all who have a right frame of mind, right? Those of y'all who have humanity in you, right? You all could agree to saying that this is not okay, period. Can we at least agree to that? To saying that this is not okay, period. Can we at least agree to that? We're not gonna sit up here tonight and do this thing that we like to do every single night. We're urban. What about the woman? This happened to women too. We're not talking about women, okay? We're talking about the men. Of course, there's situations like this that happen to women. But guess what? We are more aware of these abusive situations that happen to women than we are aware of when it happened to men. And that is just facts. That's facts. We're way more aware of that. We're way more aware of that these type of situations happen to women than it is with men. And you want to know why? You want to know why? The reason why is this. First of all, the reason why is because it goes unreported. The data goes unreported. Second reason, the reason why the data goes unreported is because of this. And I have seen this. I have been on other content creator panels and different things, and we talked about this. The second reason why is because men literally be emasculated when they talk about stuff like this. Let's call it for what it is. Men be the crazy part about it is that men be emasculated not only by women, but they be emasculated by the brotherhood as well too. I just seen it happen in real time. A matter of fact, me and Lina, we was on the panel as well too, talking about this, right? And we had a couple of brothers say, "Oh man, that seems weak. That seems weak. You talking about this? That's weak. Y'all need to get it together." Saying all this crazy stuff when we literally being serious about this. That's why, because it goes unreported, and then when the dude do attempt to report it, right, he get emasculated by it. We want to know what's even more messed up is that when a man reports physical assault to the local authorities, depending on that particular officer cognitive behavior during that night, do you know 9 times out of 10 that cop probably gonna downplay the whole situation? They're gonna literally downplay the whole situation unless they could find reasonable evidence that woman had literally put her hands on that man. That's the only way they'll do something about it. That's the only way they'll arrest that woman. That man have to have some type of marks on him. He have to have some type of scratch marks or whatever on him. Then that officer would do something about it. But other than that, guess what? The dude is not going to do a little bit of anything. I have seen officers laugh at men because they said that they have been physically assaulted by a woman. I've seen it. Officers laughing at dudes. Dude, you're the man. How the world you let this old 110-pound woman do this to you? Laugh about it. Laugh about it. You know, there's another situation that happened with this streamer, right? There's one situation that happened with the streamer. This streamer named Jay Riley. Y'all may know him or you may not know him, right? I want y'all to look at this situation, all right?
You can have some manners.
Like I said, excuse you. What is you talking about?
You can have some fucking manners.
Like I said, excuse you.
You can have some manners.
Like I said, excuse you. Fuck is you
See what I'm saying, bro? I should really fuck you up. You can call your nigga down here too. Go to my
So let me ask y'all this question. Y'all looking at this video right now, right? Was it justifiable for her to do what she did to this dude? Was it justifiable? This dude is literally sitting up here streaming or recording, right? He's talking to other people, right? And she purposely walked in front of them with an attitude as though he was the problem. She had all this space to cross over. She had all this space to walk the other way, but she purposely walked in front of this dude to create confrontation. Was this justifiable? Was it right? Was it justifiable for her to cuss this dude out for no apparent reason? Was it justifiable for her to not only assault him with a drink, right? But was it justifiable for her to come back and try to punch this dude? Because he's literally sitting up here trying to hold her accountable for her behavior. Was it justifiable? If y'all say it is, then y'all full of bullshit.
That's bullshit.
Y'all absolutely full of bullshit if you say that it is. That is okay. It's justifiable. It is nothing wrong with this. He's wrong. She's right. She could do whatever the hell that she wants to. She do whatever the hell she wants to. That is not right, period. It's not right, period. So even in this situation right there, what Buddy should have had did, right? Buddy should have went on and got the local authorities and called the police on her and filed charges on her. That's what he should have did. Facts. He should have literally filed charges on her. Right then and there. Just like the other video that we was watching as well too. Now, even though I told y'all that this was like a stage situation, but in reality, what Buddy should have did in that last video is the same as that thing. File charges. Get the police and file charges. Because that's the only way this type of behavior is going to stop. It's by filing charges. It's by holding them accountable. Holding them accountable is not you literally sitting up here have to physically do something to them to hold them accountable. You don't have to do that. That's why over here on this channel, I teach men to have emotional intelligence. You don't have to get mad. You don't have to get on their level or nothing like that. You don't have to do that. No, you don't have to do that, bro. You have emotional intelligence. You use your power, your emotional intelligence, and deal with this situation logically. You don't have to put your hands on her. You don't have to do none of that stuff. But what you can do, you can want to get them police in their life just the same exact way. If this situation was the other way around, a dude were to physically abuse a woman, guess what that woman is going to do? Guess what that woman is going to do? She is going to call the police. She is going to file charges. Facts. She is going to file charges. That's what she's going to do. So likewise, in the same situation, fellas, my brothers, this situation is unwanted and you do not have to accept this, period. You have your legal rights to handle these situations accordingly. You do. You absolutely do. And it's not, and you're not going to be weak. You're not going to be a punk. You're not going to be a beta or anything like that by you exercising your authority. So you could protect yourself. Speaking of which, right? Hey, y'all wonder why men, well, actually, have y'all ever wondered why men have been brought up to not touch women? Have y'all ever wondered why men have been brought up to don't touch a woman, period, or don't put your hands on a woman, period? Have y'all ever wondered why parents teach their sons that if a woman hits you, don't do nothing back? Have y'all ever wondered that? If a woman were to hit you, you don't do nothing back. Have y'all ever wondered that? There's a double meaning behind this, all right? The first meaning behind this is what I was telling y'all earlier about the emotional intelligence parts. But what if I were to tell y'all that the other meaning behind this is simply because it was due to feminism? Because due to feminism, right? Feminism teaches that it is not okay for a man to put his hands on a woman, but it's practically fine for a woman to put her hands on a man. It is okay. Because the reason why, because she's a woman. She's the weaker vessel. She's weaker than a man. So she could put her hands on a man, but a man can't put her hands on a woman. That's what feminism teaches. That is not okay. It's not okay, period. The reason why I'm breaking this up because I'm getting to the last couple of videos tonight. Once again, appreciate y'all want to tune into the stream. Those of y'all who haven't hit that thumbs up, make sure you hit the thumbs up to support the channel while we talk about this thought-provoking content. All right. So I have ran across this particular content creator, right? And I want y'all to listen attentively to what she's going to say about this particular situation. All right.
Be alone on this, and that's fine. You know, I like to come on and call y'all and talk about different things, but I promise you, if I ever get a phone call about my sons putting their hands on a female, her and I, me and her, we pressing charges. I'm that parent that if I find out that my sons are putting their hands on a female, we are pressing charges together. I'm not raising no Ike Turners. Especially when they're not even raised in that type of environment. Especially when they have never seen their dads put their hands on me. So what will possess you to think that it's cool to put your hands on a female? Nigga, we pressing charges. End of story. I don't see what the problem is. But the problem is you got parents out there that know that their son is doing what they're doing and idly sit by and don't say nothing. That's the shit that chaps my ass. Because how is you cool? There's nothing cool about that. Do you not see a problem? Do you not see that your son is out here, laying hands on folks? And you not say nothing? Shit, not me.
Now, in this particular situation, I can agree with her on this because I understand where she's coming from. She was talking about dealing with a son or a man, right, who is literally toxic. His whole upbringing is toxic, and he believed that it is okay for him to put his hands on a woman. So I agree with her on that. I agree with her that it is absolutely not okay for him to do that. And in fact, if he were doing that, then yes, absolutely press charges on that dude. Facts. I agree. Absolutely. I agree with that. That's the viewpoint that she's coming from, okay? And I want y'all to understand that. Now, my viewpoint is slightly different from what she's talking about, all right? My viewpoint is this. My viewpoint is dealing with a man who have been brought up and raised that he's not going to do anything to that woman. But yet it's still, for some strange reason, he decided to get into a relationship with this toxic-ass woman who is abusive. Why he did that? Hell no earthly idea. Would I recommend him doing that? Hell no. But in this situation, he decided to get into these relationships with this toxic woman. And my viewpoint, I'm saying that it is not okay for a woman to put her hands on a man. Period. It is not. So, just like I say, I agree with where she's coming from. Absolutely, I agree with her where she's coming from. And that should happen because that dude needs to be held accountable for his actions and behavior. Absolutely, yes. But at the same time, if the situation is in reverse, right, it should be applied to that woman as well, too. Facts. But let's continue.
And my sons know. Ask Jaden. He in Jacksonville. If y'all see him, ask him. I love you, but you're just going to get locked up. I bet you won't put your hands on not another damn person in your life. You want to put your hands on somebody so bad, put your hands on them men that's sitting up in that jail. Tap them a couple times and see how that work out. And even for Bud. Bud is 11. Bud ain't even thinking about no girls right now. Hell, we still trying to get him in the shower. Excuse me, but we did teach him that if you're out playing or in school and a little girl hits you, you go tell the teacher. Or you come and let us know. Don't put your hands on no little girl. Because I promise you I'm going to get you. I'm going to tap that ass. Right? Don't do that. So, it's just like when I see stories like this, and of course, in light of the whole Hallie and DDG type situation, whatever, and I'm not going to speak on it. I just saw the post from the mom, and I'm just like, well, got another one. Here's another mother that's not taking accountability for her son. Because last time I checked, you are a parent until you're 6 feet under. Right? If you know that your son is out here doing that shit, because apparently she did tell the family, and that's been, that's what's been said, and you still ain't do shit, then baby, listen, why are you even a parent? Is the $1 million question. Because let somebody tell me some shit like that. He did what? To who? All right, come on, baby. Come on. Get in my car. Let's go. Let's go. Is it harsh? Don't care. But I bet you won't do it again. So I just wish that more moms out there, especially the boy moms, because I swear they act like their sons don't do no wrong. They do. And it's just like, Anyway, so I might be alone.
So, speaking from a parent perspective, okay, I'm a parent now, and I have children, okay? I have both boys and girls, okay? Now, from the boys' perspective, as a father, I do teach my son that it is absolutely not okay for you to put your hands on a woman. But I teach them slightly different. I don't teach them just because, they're women and they're fragile and all that bullshit that, the 70s and 80s men taught them and stuff, right? I tell them this because as a human being, you shouldn't put your hands on each other, period. I don't care how mad you get at this particular woman. If this woman is making you that mad, then you know that she's affecting your mental health. You have every right to exit out of that relationship. It's better for you to use emotional intelligence and common sense and exit out that relationship than for you to literally resort to you putting your hands on a woman and ruin your whole entire life. Because with men, right, we only get one opportunity to do things and do it right. That's it. We only get one opportunity. That's it. Especially black men. We only get one opportunity to do things right, all right? The moment when we make a wrong decision, that's it. It is a route. We're done. We're done. That is our life. It's over for us. So I teach my sons the importance of that. I teach my son the importance of using emotional intelligence. If you know that you're being triggered or you got into a relationship for some weird reason, you got into a relationship with this woman and this woman toxic as hell, you need to use emotional intelligence and exit out of that relationship, period. You do. You need to literally exit out of that relationship. It's better for you to exit out of that relationship with a sane and clear mind than for you to be in that relationship and literally lose not only yourself but your life as well too. Facts. But likewise, at the same as that token, I teach my sons the same as that thing. This is that you do not allow a woman to put her hands on you neither. You don't. You don't put your hands on her, and she sure the hell is not going to put her hands on you neither. Facts. Same around with my daughters. Same as that thing. I teach them same as that thing. Do not put your hands on people, period. There are other situations where it can be resolved. I'm going to take y'all back as far as this. And I know some of y'all parents are guilty of this bullshit. Y'all know when your children, they have a disagreement, right, between, their siblings, right? They get all loud with each other and different things like that. In some cases or other cases, they end up fighting each other, right? Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Some of y'all probably been through this when y'all was with kids and stuff, right? When you get mad at your brother or sister or whoever case might be, cousins, whatever, right? You get mad, the next thing you know, y'all start squabbling, y'all start fighting and different things like that, right? Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? Let me ask y'all this question. Those of y'all who are parents right now, what did you do? What did you do to solve that situation? What did you do as parents to teach your children that it wasn't okay for them to put their hands on each other? What did you do? What was the lesson that you had taught them? What was it? Did you teach them that it's okay for y'all to fight each other as long as you hug it out later? Because that's what a lot of parents subscribe to these days. And back in that day as well too, they subscribe to, hey, it's okay, y'all can fight it out. Y'all get it together later as long as you hug it out later. I want to tell y'all that that's wrong. That's absolutely wrong. That is toxic parenting. When the children do things like that, they should be held accountable for that. The reason why is because just like I told y'all that joking around, if different things like that is a gateway, right, into going into bigger things, right? Fighting siblings is also a gateway as well too, into get into bigger things and get into toxic situations. That's facts. That's why men be growing up and they become toxic. That's why when women grow up, they become toxic, because they was in a toxic household with their toxic parents who allowed them to fight it out and saying that it was okay for them to do that. And so now they became adults, bringing this same type of behavior into a relationship where it's okay for them to put their hands on each other. Not right. It's not good parenting at all, period. We should be teaching our kids the importance of using emotional intelligence and also using effective communication to solve problems. That's what we should be teaching our children. Now, I talk about that at the end of the show, but let me share with y'all this one last video. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up, y'all, because I know I'm cooking tonight, y'all. I know I'm giving y'all some different thought-provoking content to make y'all think, all right? So she did a response video, okay? The reason why she did a response video, because people in her chat had asked this question. They asked this. They said, what about girls putting their hands on boys? How do you feel about that? Let's listen to her response on this.
What about them, sis? Same rules apply. Just like I told my son. You put your hands on the female. After I whoop your ass, then we're pressing charges, right? Because that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. I promise you that. You're not out here in these streets embarrassing me. Acting like you ain't got no damn home training. Acting like we didn't teach you not to put your hands on a female. Same rules apply for my girls. But see, the difference between, you know what I'm saying, my girls is, for one, you put your hands on a man, you better hope and pray they don't knock the Mario coins out of you. Because see, not every man is raised that way. Some men have the mentality that their hands are rated E for everybody. So that's the risk that you taking the minute you put your hands on a man. I don't care what he did. If you don't like it, remove yourself from the situation. Because I promise you, if you hit a man, one is either you're going to get yourself up off that damn floor, or two, they're going to press charges. Now, Johnny Law's involved. Either way, it ain't good for you. So why do all that? Why put yourself in that situation? If you don't like what they doing, remove yourself. But I promise you, if you put your hands on a man, and they happen to, you know, get you arrested, I see you when you get out. Don't be calling me up all hooting and hollering and carrying on. Talking about some mom. Mom, hell. You gonna be out here acting like you, Layla Ali? You gonna be out here putting your hands on niggas because of whatever the case may be.
See, the only part that I disagree with her is this. On the first video, she had emphasized, literally overemphasized, right? Said that, hey, if a man put his hands on a woman, right? She said that she was gonna find a woman who's been physically assaulted, right? She said she's gonna find her, and they both was gonna go to the police station together and file charges. She literally said that on the last video. But on this video, notice that she didn't say that. She didn't say, hey, if a woman end up putting hands on a man, me and the dude gonna walk up to the police station together and file charges on her. Notice she didn't say that. Notice she didn't say that. Y'all want to know why she didn't say that? It was because of what I'm telling y'all about how the way society has programmed the social norms. Society have programmed the social norms so much so that it's more common for a man to put his hands on a woman than the other way around. So much so that even y'all in the chat don't even believe that a woman would physically assault a man. Even when I'm showing you the evidence that they do it. The reason why is because we've been so socially programmed, we've been so socially engineered to believe that it's only a one-way street when it's not. It's not a one-way street. When it only happens to a woman and that's it. No. Men get physically assaulted by women too. More than what y'all think y'all know. But the only difference is that, like I told you earlier, is that it's more reported for a woman to be physically assaulted by a man than it being reported by a man being physically assaulted by a woman. That's the only exception to the rule. But let's continue, y'all. We almost done tonight, y'all.
Whatever the case may be, guess what? Deal with the consequences. I see you after you finish doing your stint. Ain't that what they say in jail? After you finish doing your stint, I see you when you get out. Like, I'm telling you, I'm not that type of parent. It disgusts me, you know, when I see stuff like that. Especially if you don't raise your children that way. And then we all know that kids going to do what they want to do. Okay. When it comes to that, deal with it. Deal with it. Ooh, Lord. It's supposed to be lemon water. Jesus. But yeah, so that's the deal. That's the situation with my girls. And I will say, you know, I'm blessed that I've never been in a situation. I'm blessed that my children are not like that anyway. But guess what? They know. If they so much as get an inkling of feeling like they about to crash out, get in your car, come over to my house. We can talk it out. We can walk through this together. But I would rather you do that than feel the need like that you have to put your hands on somebody and now you got bigger problems. So, yeah.
All right, so let's talk about it, y'all. We've been talking a lot about physical abuse. All right, we've been talking a lot about this. We've been talking about a lot about how women do physically abuse men. It normally starts out very subtle, like I was showing y'all earlier. It starts off as simple as a joke, and then end up escalated to something more severe and serious. And I'm letting y'all know that these particular things is way more common than what y'all think it is. It really is. Way more common. It is. So when all this talk, right, I've been encouraging the men that it is not okay for you to take this. It's not okay for you to take this abuse. It's not okay. I've been encouraging the man to do their due diligence to report this behavior. Because the only way the women going to be held accountable is for you to speak up and report this behavior. That's the only way. So the last part of the show, I want to talk about this. Let's talk about this. What if in a situation where a woman is physically assaulting a dude, right? A woman is literally punching the hell out of the dude, right? And she just keep doing it, right? And she's doing it to where it's affecting him physically and she's not stopping. What do you think a man should do in that situation? I'm kind of curious. I want to kind of pick y'all brain in the chat tonight too. And those of y'all who are watching this and catching the replay, I want to pick y'all brain on this. In this situation, what if this woman just keep punching them, and she just being relentless and she would not stop? Because in her mind, she had made it up in her psychological mind that she wants to harm this dude to the brink of him either not having no life in him at all or him barely have life in him. I want to ask y'all this question. In that situation, what should a man do? Should he allow that woman to continue to assault him without him doing nothing? Should he allow that woman to beat him to the point where he got very little life remaining in him? Or she'll start punching, then turn around and start choking the dude out? And through the process of while she's doing that, she said, I'm gonna kill you, nigga, I'm gonna kill you, blah, 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 blah. Should he allow her to do that all the way up to his life end? What do y'all think about that? What do y'all think? Once again, I'm trying to pick your brain on this one. Do y'all think that it's okay for this dude just to allow this woman to continue to do that without doing nothing in return? Now, once again, I was telling y'all that it is okay for a dude to use emotional intelligence. It is okay to simply walk away. It is okay to exit out that toxic relationship. But what if that dude is in a critical situation where it's literally life-threatening to him? Where he can't walk away. Where she's not allowing him to walk away for whatever reason. Hell, she probably picked up a bat and busted his leg where he can't even get out the house. She probably picked up a pot and busted him up on the side of his head, where now he's almost nearly unconscious. What can a man do in that situation, in that critical situation, that critical moment? What can he do? Should he still be in the same concept to just walk away from it? What do y'all think? Well, think about that. Because I want to see where y'all mentality is on this, okay? Because I know that once again, in this reverse scenario, right? If we reverse the scenario, if a man were to do any of these things to that woman, guess what y'all would say immediately? Y'all say immediately, girl, you better protect yourself. You better defend yourself from that man because he's going to kill you. That's what y'all would say. Sound line. Y'all literally tell that woman, girl, you better find anything possible to defend yourself from that man because he's going to kill you. That's what y'all would say. Y'all say do anything possible to defend yourself. You tell that woman to do anything possible to defend herself. But would you tell that man the same as that thing where, now keep in mind, in this scenario, this dude is not abusive for anything. He didn't deserve this situation, but he chose this situation. We're going to hold him accountable for choosing a toxic ass woman. Absolutely, we're going to hold him accountable for that. But he's in this situation. So what is he to do? Should he just sit up there and take it? Or would y'all give him the same exact advice that y'all give women, which is to defend yourself? Here's my other question in the scenario. If he chooses to defend himself, right, is it wrong? If he chooses to defend himself, is it wrong? If he chooses to defend himself, will he be considered as the villain in the situation? Well, would he? Because according to feminism, this dude would absolutely be the villain. According to feminism, they'll say that the dude has got to take it to this end his life. He served his purpose. That's what feminism will say. But I want to see y'all, because I believe some of y'all may say that y'all are feminists, right? But I believe other, majority of y'all are not feminists. So I believe the majority of y'all are cognitive. I believe majority of y'all believe in humanity, right? Y'all believe in right is right and wrong is wrong. At least that's what I'm hoping. So, in other words, I believe that if that dude is in a dire situation where this woman is doing these things to him, that dude had every right to defend himself. He had every right to defend himself. Regardless if she's just 110 pounds or whatever bullshit y'all narrative y'all want to make up. Right is right, wrong is wrong. That dude had every right to defend himself. And when I say defend himself, I'm not telling this dude to sit up and go welling on her and stuff, right? And lose his mind. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that dude do whatever he need to do to get himself out that situation. If he need to her that one good time and get out the premises of that situation, then he got to do what he have to do to defend himself. It just is what it is. Because it'll be a tragedy for a man to literally allow a woman to literally beat this dude down where he either losing his life, or he didn't lose his life, but he ended up losing cognitive functions because she done hit him upside his head with a pot. She done broke his leg or arms, and now he's considered as disabled. His whole life to change over this woman. So he had every right to do what he got to do to defend himself and get out of that situation. No different from a woman when she had every right to defend herself. But the problem behind that is that due to our culture, due to social norm, it will be immediately be villain. That dude will immediately become a villain because he decided to do that. He'll immediately become a villain. He'll immediately be shunned upon about the culture and society. They'll literally emasculate this dude. Do y'all know that there certain companies, right, like higher companies like Fortune 500 companies and different things like that? Do y'all know that when these companies do background checks on your stuff, right, and they find out that you have a domestic violence charge on you, right? Do you know that them companies will not hire you? Them companies will not hire you if you have a severe domestic violence charge on you. They will not hire you. Because the reason why is because within that company, you're considered as a liability. Those of y'all who work in human resources, right? And y'all know I'm telling the truth on this one. Those of y'all who work on human resources or regular workers as well too, who work in corporate situations, right? There's a certain thing that y'all do every single year, and y'all know what I'm talking about. Every single year, y'all do a training. This training is called civil rights training. Within the civil rights training, it teaches you the importance about harassment. It teaches you the importance about not only harassment, about racism, all these other type of things, discrimination, and all these other type of things as well too, right? Within that training, it talks about domestic violence situations. Y'all look at a video, right, and they'll have a scenario of a dude. And normally be a dude in these situations, right? The woman is at the job working, and the dude decided to pull up, right? The dudes decide to pull up and do the certain thing to his woman or his wife. That's how the video goes. So these companies have recognized that when you have that on your record, that is considered as a liability for them. The reason why is because you don't know what frame of mind that person is going to be. You don't know if that person is going to pull up at the job and just start unaliving everybody at their job. So you become a liability to the company. And guess what? They're not going to hire you. They're not going to hire you. Imagine having that record right for the wrong reason. Imagine having that record where you literally was defending yourself from a woman. But you get charged. You get charged. You're not getting this record, you get charged. And let's say, this dude's life, he's done. He won't be able to work at a corporate job ever again. The only other option that he have is to literally go to entrepreneurship. To literally create a small business for himself. That's the only other option he got. But for us working with a company or a corporation, especially a higher corporation like these Fortune 400, 500s and up corporations, no, it's a wrap. You're not going to, you're not going to work at them companies because they're going to see you as a liability. Now, I'm sitting up here making this point to y'all simply because this is some of the realities that men go through. Men go through this reality where they literally sit up here and get charged with something that they didn't have nothing to do with whatsoever. And guess what? Y'all guess it. It affects that dude's mental health because now he can't make no money. He can't make no money. He can't get hired, and affects his mental health. And he ended up going down this rabbit hole where he started believing that nobody don't care about him, nobody's supporting him or anything like that. And next thing you know, that's where ended up creating a sociopath and psychopath and narcissistic behavior. Facts. So on this live tonight, I want to make y'all be aware of that men go through mental situations with women. Once again, men go to mental situations with women. They go through this mentally. They go through it physically as well too. And I know what y'all saying in the chat. I know it. Urban, it goes both ways. Urban, men and women, blah blah blah, yakety spacky, whatever stuff, right? But however, in this particular show, in this particular live, in this particular month, we are advocating for the men. We're only advocating for the men. One last thing before we end the show. I'm kind of curious about this as well, too. I am so curious about this. I'm so curious. Why is it difficult? Why is it difficult to simply say this? Why is it so difficult to simply say, Urban, you know what? Men do go through this. Period. Why is it difficult just to simply acknowledge that? Versus just saying, well, it's both men and women that go through this all the time, Urban, or it's women that go through this all the time, Urban. Why is it so hard to simply acknowledge that men go through this and just keep it at that? Why is that so hard? Why is it so hard to simply take a stand? But once again, if it be the other way around, right? If it be the other way around, we turn this around. Women this, women that, women that. Just about every woman and a lot of simp dudes will literally sit up and jump on the bed like, yeah, women. Why is it so hard? Why is it so difficult? That's why over here, I advocate for the men over here, period. I do. Because once again, men are losing their voice. They're becoming voiceless due to social norm, due to society, due to them becoming a villain. But over here, I advocate for them. I advocate for the men. I advocate for the men mental health. I advocate for things that men go through. And I also hold men accountable as well, too, for the bullshit that they do. Absolutely, I do. Absolutely, I do. So that's all I'm saying. Because, like, when you go over to, like, other spaces and stuff, right, like I done been over to other spaces, like such as, Cynthia G, right, Nala Speaks, Thomas and Famous, you know what I'm saying, these top 3 feminist type content creators, right, who literally go all day calling dudes dusties and all kind of stuff, right, who literally they'll do that whole entire content calling dudes dusties and all kind of stuff, right? I don't see no pushback. I don't see no type of pushback whatsoever. I don't see people saying, well, it's both. This situation is dealing with both. It's both. I don't see that over there. I don't. But what I do see is when men have certain spaces and they be talking about this, right? And they're voicing their opinions about this, right? Men immediately become a villain. They immediately say that they're toxic, but they don't call Cynthia G, Nala Speaks, or Famous and Thought, whatever the other dude name and stuff, right? They don't call them toxic. They don't say that they're toxic, but they call men toxic when they talk about things like this. And I see this all the time. I see it all the time. And I don't see them talking about both. Even in their content, they don't talk about both. Both men and women this, both men and women that. No. They keep it strictly to who they talking about. They be talking about the men, and they be literally set up here calling men dusties and all type of stuff. They do. No pushback, nothing like that. You may see men over here react to their content, but for us, we going over there saying that, nope. Not at all. Matter of fact, I want to challenge y'all on this too as well too. That's to prove this point to y'all. I want y'all to go over to channels such as Cynthia G channel. I want you to go over. Go over to her channel. Check it out. Go to our Nala Speaks channel as well too. Check her out. Go to Famous a Dot channel as well too. Check him out. Just go there, check him out. And I guarantee when you go over there, you're gonna hear them talk about nothing but men this, man that, man dusties. Matter of fact, Cynthia G literally had lost everything on her YouTube channel. YouTube literally had canceled her channel at one point in time because she went to the streamer saying that every man needed to be unalive. There's nothing but women on the planet. She literally was saying that. She literally created content talking about that. That every man on the planet needs to be unalive because she believed that every man is chaotic. She believed that every man is chaotic and will absolutely do something to women. She was making content talking about that it's better for women to live with a wild animal bear than for them to coexist with men. She literally made content like that and got her channel took for talking about that. But she got reinstated because she's a woman. But that's what she's talking about. So I want to challenge y'all to go over there and listen to her content. And then you'll understand why I'll be talking about it over here. You'll understand why I'll be talking about certain type of women over here. Why I'll be talking about certain type of women and a certain type of behavior that women do over here. You'll understand why I'll be talking about that. That's what I'm saying. Let's go check it out. Give a different perspective on that. And you'll understand why I do what I do. Most of the time, I labeled it for y'all and let y'all know that I'm talking about certain type of women, which is modern day women who behave like this. There'll be other times as well too where I'm literally talking about women in general, because women in general through a whole consistency behave like this. Just like why I separate the men as well too, where it'll be one part of the time I'll be talking about the certain type of men, which is beta men or these simps or these dusty dudes or these pookies and ray-rays and stuff, right? Then another time I generalize and say, hey, every man act like this. I do. So that's all I'm saying. Go check it out. Y'all go check it out. Y'all check it out and see what I'm talking about. Then you'll understand why I be on talk about the stuff I talk about over here at the lounge. Because like I say, a lot of men have lost their voice because they being so emasculated that they just now at the point where they're just literally giving up. They're like, you know what? Forget it. Forget it. I'm done. Y'all can have it. But not me. I'm here for y'all, brothers. Not me. Not me at all. I haven't given up or anything like that. I'm always going to talk about this. All right? Even if y'all like it or not. It is what it is. This is what we're going to talk about. So, once again, thank y'all so much for tuning in into this particular episode. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments about this whole entire commentary. Let me know if you agree with me or not. Let me know how you feel about this whole commentary. You agree with me? You disagree with me? Let me know. It's stuff on. You never know. It may be become a future episode where we talk about this, or we may end up doing a panel talk about this as well too. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this whole entire episode, fellas. Once again, do not allow a woman to physically assault you. Don't allow her to do it in a playful way. Don't allow her to do it any type of way. No means no. Stand your ground and let her know right off the bat that you do not accept that unwanted behavior, period. And let her know that. Because if you don't know it, then it's going to escalate into something more greater than what you bargained for real. So that's my advice to y'all. Once again, I appreciate everybody tuning into the lounge, tuning in into this great content. Like always, thank you. Appreciate y'all like always, man. Make sure y'all hit the thumbs up because it do support the channel a whole lot. Make sure, as well as those of y'all who are able to share this content out, share this content out for real, because there are men out there that really need to hear this content for real. So because there are men that probably out here that's going through this for real, that they trying to find answers. They're trying to get up out of this, and they need to find a way to get out of this situation the right way instead of choosing the wrong way to get out of it. All right. So make sure y'all share out the content as well too. I appreciate Just E for the wonderful super chat. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. Thank you so much for that, Just E, for the super chat. And I thank y'all as well too. And I thank all my moderators and thank everybody who are part of the lounge family as well too. So that's all I got, y'all. Y'all have a great and wonderful night, and I will see y'all again on the next episode. Peace out.